other things to think about is the fact that they're growers. They grow the actual the cocaine plant here in Australia. In that from the flower markets which grow the flowers. As they grow the cocaine plants here in Australia, it may not be as big as the understandings of the rest of the world, but it's still something. And because they are breaking it down into the flower food and packaging it in there and selling it off, it is an actual understanding that it's plausibly with the understandings of their known connection, in that the unsub, who we haven't named, known connection into the worldwide distribution of the actual connection of one word, INTERFLORA. As they do worldwide interflora, has every single syndicate shop got the same flower food through the world? Because that's a big drug bust. That is a big drug bust of amphetamine. To say cocaine and all the rest, that would be quite the actual understandings of a detective. To say Clouseau, Jacques Clouseau. You're starting to work it out? Like the understandings of my TV series. Maybe not reality, hey? As you peek out, loading your rifle and all that, probably skitzing out, wondering if it's real, to who we got to kill. But anyway, to say another understandings of a job file, back to back on my actual story, to connect this one onto, say, Simply Truthful, to say plausibles of Simply Truthful, to say a flower shop that does international worldwide drug trafficking, in that their flower food, that's plausibly one of the stories that can come up in the job files of bringing it into an Australian series of the Jacques novel. To write myself a novel that's just so basically blatantly mental, no one in their right mind would do that, mate. It's not even obvious, as if they could do that. You must be a total dodo brain. Look, you're mental, mate. Go back into the psych ward and double your dose. But anyway, that's what they usually say, because I'm the bad guy, and that's how they wrap it up on the 147. In that, we'll just call it a 147 on the detective code that I work with. And yeah, that puts me into the checkmate, back to the mental ward, in that, the 147. But I hold it into a check now to get out of that checkmate, to say, well, worldwide drug syndicate, for furthermore, the whole bus from Truthfully, in that Simply Truthful, to say Simple Truthful, Simple, Truthfully, Truthfully Simple, and I'll call this one Truthfully Simple, as the last one was called Simply Truthful, as it goes into it to say which way do they play their ballpark game now, in the understands of now an inter-community for the communities of Australia, inter-country, on, say, some worldwide transfer of their supposed flower food to syndicate members who they have reached out to from their actual connections of their interflora connection. I'm Jacques Marceau. This one, Truthfully Simple. Last one, Simply Truthful. Hey, not bad for a novice little writer coming up with stories to play with. What else are we going to listen to on TV? We can only watch so much of The Bachelorette, mate. Only so many bachelorettes can come out of their little closet dressed up for one man to give his rose to. Well, how many roses could he have? Anyway, that's enough out of me. There's a quick 4.5.